Alright then, so I take 15 points
This
of damage.
is where I needed my sneak attack.
Yes, it is. But the second thing missed.
Yep.
Alright.
So, Torrent's turn. I am so hit or miss with my everything.
Mm-hmm. You've got pretty good AC, so... Though, actually... I say you have pretty good AC, but I hit you on an 8 or higher.
What's your AC, Thorok? Your
20.
AC specifically.
Touch AC is 18.
You would not know that.
I miss. Ah, oops, didn't mean to hit 2d8s.
Just take the first one, I guess. Which is northwest.
Nah.
Oh.
Nah, I don't hit Jortes with it.
So, what did you just throw at me? An acid? A vial of acid?
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Don't be rude, Torin.
Can you not tell the adults are discussing things here?
Speaking of which, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Jortes, exploit weakness. Beats your CR.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So, oh crap, I forgot I actually had the exploit weakness bonus on last time. Not that it mattered. And so, full attack. The first one is going to be a style strike. Hiya! And...
Yes.
Hiya, hiya!
No.
Okay. Well, 11 more damage, and you
Yep.
can't move more than 5 feet away from me.
Oh well, what a pity. I just swing back at you.
Alright.
Oh
Miss.
my god, 13 and 12. Ugh, so bad. I need more stuff to deny people their dex or AC or something.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Doran, your turn.
Nope.
Who are you aiming at?
You.
Miss completely, yeah.
Right, Thork.
Alright. Exploit weakness.
Nope.
Again? Ah, well. Okay. And full attack, first one, style strike. Boop.
Yep.
That hit.
Yep.
Okay, can't move. Boop,
Oh
boop.
dear. That second one will hit, so that's 11 total.
I'm doing consistent
You
damage every
always
round.
do 11 to me!
I'm doing consistent damage to him. So,
Alright, swinging back. Boop, boop. Crap and crap.
miss and miss.
However, before the next turn goes on,
More teddies!
Alright. Oh,
That's a 1.
that would be top left corner, which would be Jortes.
Oh, I was hoping that would be Sideline blows himself up.
where specifically does it hit? Am I caught in the blast?
That's what I'm going to find out, because I'm finding out what he's going to use this time.
Okay. Let's see what Sidelight has. Getting ready on the reflex save.
It will probably be a reflex save knowing sideline.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, getting ready on whatever save it's going to be.
Jortes, you're caught in a diamond spray.
Oh, sweet
Oh, no.
Jesus.
Oh dear.
That is reflex for half, isn't it?
Reflex, yes, or in your case, reflex negate.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you... Diamond
Oh, why?
And Jortes goes down.
Wait a second, does that mean
how
Sideline is
much
up there?
damage?
Sideline's running around on the balcony above you.
Oh, he's running around, okay.
How much
Well,
damage does that do?
Enough to eliminate you.
Are you sure? Because I have my
He has
resilience.
resiliency. So you actually do need to roll damage.
Yeah, that 10d6.
I remind you, he can boost
He's
his
a
cult
bla-
level with his gun.
Yeah, he is a blaster.
But still.
Okay.
I
told-
5
I
foot
told
step
you,
here,
keep it
and
up.
I brace for charge against Thorok.
Thank you, Sideline. I'll be up there to thank you later.
Actually, no, I should be moving here. It's still 5 foot step, so.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, because I'm going to 5-foot step up, sort of get away from the balcony because Sideline's up there, and I'm going to move action, draw a potion of Cure Moderate Wounds, and standard action, drink it. 13 HP.
Sideline And getting highly impatient.
That was the equivalent of a 10th level spell.
Oh,
was.
now it's the bottom left corner.
Okay, so
He shifted over.
sold it sideline. What you
Sidelines
gonna
got
throw
my
at me?
back.
Sideline, what?
You just
What
threw me
amount-
the wrong teddy bear, that's all.
Let me have a look at what amount of Sideline's arsenal he might have available for today. Sideline.
It's almost a pity he made me this cape, or this cloak of resistance.
You know, he never intended to fight you.
True.
I am honestly surprised, though, that I stood against Thorok toe-to-toe for so long.
Range touch attack.
Okay, AC 18. Oh, he hit.
Hits.
Take 4 non-lethal damage.
4 non-lethal damage. Okay.
And 1 second. 4 non-lethal
Okay.
damage, and in addition, you are exhausted.
Which means you can't charge.
Wait. Is
I believe.
this ray of
oh,
exhaustion?
one sec,
Don't I get a save?
You get a fortitude save for this. You do get a fortitude
Okay.
save for this. Yes.
Okay, good. So.
Oh, I thought you used heat stroke or something.
Well, heat stroke still gives you a save.
You get fortitude save DC 21.
Oh yeah, he just
Okay.
shreds me to nothing
31.
and only exhausts Thorok.
Okay.
He doesn't even exhaust me. Does he fatigue me then?
You would become. Your success means the creature only becomes fatigued.
I'm
Which
immune
he's
to fatigue.
to. You know,
You're gonna have to do better than that, sideline.
Just saying for the record, that attack of sidelines would have taken me way past negative con.
Yes.
He would have literally shredded me to death,
Lovely.
Next turn.
even with my resiliency.
Alright,
Brace for
Torden.
charge.
Come on, do
I'm
something.
seeing you stand there with your halberd pressed into the floor. So,
Actually, 5 foot step and brace, because I know you have stupid amounts of movement for being a dwarf. I won't be sure I'm like 50 feet away.
alright then. How far is it up the balcony?
Why?
Climbing the walls.
4.
Actually,
what-
wait. There are stairways up to the balcony, isn't there?
Yeah, there are stairways though.
Sideline is merely a tool of expediency here. You should ignore him and fight me.
sideline is not part of combat. In that same sense. You're fighting
Okay, fine.
not sideline.
Come on, Thorok.
Alright. I'm going to advance up to here, and then ready in action to hit you if you get close. Thorok knows how you fight.
So you specifically ready in action for if I get close.
I can only... Yeah, if you get within 5 feet of me, I'm going to hit you.
Okay. In which case... Let's look at my inventory really quick, and... You know what I'm going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I am just going to... No, you can make a DC 15 reflex without even thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so could I, and then things happened.
Yeah, nat ones are a thing. Nat
And
ones
you
are big.
only... I'm just gonna drink an extract of True Strike and just sit here.
Okay.
Actually, wait, you can't step up because I'm not within 5 feet of you. I'm gonna move 5 foot. I'm gonna move 5 feet away from you. So just move yourself over there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
okay. Alright then. Okay, I'm going to double check something real quick to see if I have this. I don't, sadly. Oh well, that's fine. Because I'm still within move range. Move! And now I'm going to grapple you. Actually,
Okay.
first, swift action, exploit weakness. I think that beats your CR.
Just a little.
Yeah. So now I have +2 and I ignore your DR.
Interrupt.
Okay.
You're initiating a check you do not have the improved feat for, correct?
Yes.
Torin gets an attack of opportunity, I believe.
Torn does.
At
yes.
plus 20.
At plus 20? What?
Because
Oh, yeah,
Use True Strike.
Yep,
Okay,
true strike.
that's fine. Attack of opportunity then.
So. Yeah.
You hit me for
I
9
think that
damage.
hits.
one moment.
Can you also just trip with that, since it's a trip weapon?
No, I
I'll
can't.
Ah.
I can't trip as part
If
of.
he did, it would provoke anyway. So.
1 second.
yeah,
And yeah, I think that might cause you to fail the grapple because you took damage during the attempt.
No, not with combat maneuvers. They're not like spells. You can't interrupt the combat
It
maneuver.
used to be like that. I think in like 3.5 it was like that. If you got damage during like a grapple attempt, you had to do some check to try and continue the check.
Yeah, I think they
Okay,
took
1
that
second.
out.
Okay, 1 second. Unless otherwise noted, perform a combat maneuver, broke attack opportunity from the target. If you were hit by attack opportunity, you take damage normally and apply the amount of damage you take as a penalty to your attack roll.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go then.
All right then.
So you have a
then-
-9.
Okay, so I still have a +2.
It's possible.
Yeah. $18.
You miss by 1.
Essentially, as you try grabbing onto him, the halberd just kind of lodges into you and stops you getting your reach.
Ah,
Woohoo!
you miss.
Yep. I'm just saying woohoo because I rolled over 10.
You did.
You did
So-
better than me for most of the combat.
That's because I let you all fight each other.
And because I have notorious rolls.
So then, anything else?
Let me take my move action to shift into werewolf form.
Okay,
Well, that's interesting.
that's fine because guess what?
Go ahead, grapple me.
I dare you.
I will. Because exploit weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Now I bypass your
Succeeds.
DR. And actually, I'm going to do one better. Ooh, do I want to?
It's not
If
my
I
DR
full
I care
attack.
about.
Yeah, you have a lot of AC right now, so.
hmm There's a lot
I
of
have
AC, a
over
lot of
30
health,
AC.
fast
You're not likely to
healing.
hit me.
You're right. So I am going to just grapple you. Actually, do I want to trip you? No, I think grapple's better because I can do just straight damage while grappled. So,
Alright, attack of opportunity.
okay. Well, yep, there's the check. Now, whenever you do that,
Yes.
you miss. So, does 24 beat your your
Yes,
AC?
it does.
Yes, it
Or
beats my
CMD.
CMD.
Hi there. Now, if I'm right,
Both of you get in the grapple position. Condition.
Yeah. do I get do damage right away?
No.
No.
Okay.
You have to succeed another grapple next turn to start choking out and things like that.
Okay.
You've now entered grapple. That's all.
All right then.
And you are now the
And
controller.
while I'm just grappled, can I still attack with my primary weapon, or do I need to resort to my natural weapon?
You can attack with a weapon that only requires one hand.
So natural weapons. Because halberds are not one-handed weapons.
Essentially, you need to use one hand to stop yourself becoming pinned. So,
Also, don't forget to give yourself the grappled condition.
I did.
Good. I need to give myself that.
Shit.
Nope. Well, possibly. Grapple puts penalties.
yeah, but not. I don't think it puts enough penalty on him.
No, not enough. Nowhere near enough. I still have 20 AC. So, my turn. Time to make my check to maintain the grapple, which I don't take penalties on.
Since you are the controller of the grapple, in fact, I believe you gain bonuses on.
I do. But first, swift action, exploit weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what bonuses do I get to maintain? If target does not break or grapple, you get a +5 circumstance bonus on it, and I don't take penalties from actually grappling, so that's going to be at a an extra +9. So 6 or an extra +9, so
That would be enough. So, what conditional action would you like to do? Would you like to move your target?
I would like to deal my unarmed strike damage.
Okay, so you would like to, as your action, it would like to be you deal damage as your action. That's possible. So you may automatically deal your unarmed strike, natural attack, or other damage with one-handed weapon you have on you.
All right, this is going to be my unarmed strike damage, which would be
You-
8.
You
And
just
I
start
exploit
beating
weakness.
him in the head.
Yeah, exploit weakness, so you don't get DR.
And he doesn't have
By
to
the
make
way,
attack rolls.
you're grappled, aren't you? So you don't have your dodge bonuses, right?
No, I keep those.
Really?
Why do you-
Unless I am helpless, I lose my wisdom bonuses.
Yes, well, yes, that you keep. The one from Monk is in dodge. That is just AC.
Yeah.
It's not AC.
Hmm.
Yeah, and also, grappled, you don't lose dodge bonuses anyway. You just take penalties on dexterity.
Yes.
I'm
Also,
probably going to lose the fight.
also sideline the inevitable, throws a teddy bear into the spot none of you are at.
Okay, well, both of us need reflex saves then.
No, into a spot none of you are at, I said.
Oh, none of us. Okay, sideline.
He's
Uh,
glitching
I'm not even
out a
looking
bit.
where he's throwing them. He's just like running around in a big circle, just throwing teddy bears, going.
Okay, well, check to maintain.
hmm
All right. And you know what? I'm actually going to use that to pin you.
Very well. You don't deal damage this turn. However, you can inflict a pinned condition. The opponent loses it. Let's see. By granting the pin condition, your opponent of gains a pin quality, and you lose your dexterity bonus to AC.
I do, or he does.
Yes.
You lose your dexterity bonus to AC as part of being the pinner.
Because you can't really roll about and dodge things easily when you're having to hold someone down.
Even though you lose your dexterity bonus to AC, he becomes pinned and basically can't take actions.
Okay. All right, so
It just means
Torn.
it just means you can't dodge anyone else's attack.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine because there's no one else here.
Yeah, basically all he can do is try and escape. Either through combat maneuver check or escape artist.
Or if he has spell-like abilities, he can activate them.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
so
a
Torn.
concentration check.
Yeah. Torn, do you think you can escape me?
No. Can I still attack with a natural weapon?
No,
No.
you can no longer take attacks.
You can only attempt to escape.
You may concede victory to the dwarf if
Yeah.
you wish.
Either escape or spell-like abilities.
Yeah, because next round I'm tying you up.
Well, my escape artist is only +3, so I sincerely doubt I can actually beat you.
So the alternative would be CMD overriding him.
My CMB is
yeah,
only
the-
+5.
The escape artist to reduce it to grappled would be the grappler's CMD.
Yeah,
And
which
so what did
you are in luck though. Because I have lost my dex bonus to AC. That means that my CMD is only 24. On a 19 or 20, you can escape.
No, I can't because I only have a +3.
Oh, plus 3. You can still nat 20. So roll a d20. If you nat 20, I don't tie you up.
Oh, well, what do
I
you
don't
know?
tie you up.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Well,
still
oh no, that was escape
grappled.
artist. I was
Yeah.
talking about CMD. Or CMB, I mean. The combat maneuver check.
That's not what you just told me.
Pinned condition, let's see, to escape the pinned condition.
Well, it was still a nat 20 on a die roll.
Yeah. If it,
It's still fine though. You can use escape artist in place of it for escaping, though. That's fine.
okay.
Yeah. So you're still grappled, but you're no longer pinned.
The condition shifts back to it, and Fork no longer gains the bonuses for the +5 bonus for being in control.
Ah, okay. Okay, so I
You guys
lose.
Torin in control, but you've lost the bonus of being in control because he's winning again.
Okay.
In a sense.
But at least he's
exploit
not
weakness.
losing.
Or of course, also regains his dexterity at AC.
hmm
All right then. Well, here's the check to re-grapple you.
That succeeds.
Okay.
Would you
Well,
like-
I am now controller.
Would you like to repin or deal damage?
Yes, I would like to repin.
Face plants again.
Now. Go for another nat 20, I guess.
CMD or escape artist, DC 23.
Nope.
No. In that case, next round I make.
Let's be totally honest. We end the combat here. Forks 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're tied up, and then I coup de grace you.
or you're just dropping off at the animal shelter, whatever.
Or
Would
that, one of the
Thorok
two.
really coup de grace? Is he really that kind of person who would murder a helpless
Well-
being?
Technically, he's one of the few characters who could do a non-lethal coup de grace.
Yeah, that's true. I can literally just knock him out.
But would he?
Maybe.
Anyway, full heal yourself.
Huzzah!
Full heal yourselves. This has been enough of interruption.
Yeah.
Some of you have already full healed, as you see.
Yes.
Thank you.
Right.
Alright.
So,
Seven.
Team PC, as you all kind of gather in the morning, sideline is malfunctioning somewhere.
Too much running around throwing bombs.
What exactly is your plans to continue? Is there any information you wish to share with each other, or is there anything you want to talk about?
Yeah,
Well-
actually.
The first thing, as soon as Jortis sees Torin, he goes straight up to him and pulls him into a big hug. Or at least tries to.
Does this provoke attack of opportunity?
I guess it would kind of count as a grapple if you were resisting it.
My question is, would you be entering a meeting room with a weapon out?
Considering my paranoid, sleep-deprived ass, I probably would. Actually, yeah, I
You're
would,
probably-
because I always walk around everywhere with my halberd.
What, in your hand, ready to fight?
Would it
You
be?
can't store a pole arm very easily. You have to carry it in your hands.
Yes, but would you be carrying it in such a way ready to defend yourself, or would you just be carrying it in carrying formation?
If I saw Jortes running at me,
Well, you
It's not running, just walking straight up towards you, and then hug. I mean, we can still...
It's not like you're getting a whole lot of forewarning here.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, we can still roll like CMB if you want to try and resist it.
sure. Roll your CMB.
Would you say Torrent's
My-
expecting Jordan to come and give him a hug?
Torin is expecting
Oh, one
anyone
page.
to do anything stupid.
Oh my god, my CMB is terrible. So 15.
You do not beat my CMD.
Alright, well, I try to hug you.
You fail.
Jortes, why are you kind of just like
As
slapping
Jordan-
the sides of Torn?
As now Jordan is being held away at the end of a pole arm.
Look, I had...
No touching.
Rip... Fine, and he sort of takes a step back. Look, I just had a really bad night. I saw a lot of things I don't want to see again. And he gives Torn a sort of half meaningful look. It's just... I just wanted to make sure you were okay and hug you because you weren't okay, and I don't
You don't
want you
have
to not be
hugging
okay.
privileges whether or not I am okay.
I will hug you when you're least expecting it.
Torin flicks his wrist and pulls out a dagger and says, I don't recommend this course of action. Make sure I'm expecting it, or you will end up with a knife in you.
Yeah, because you haven't tried that before.
Okay, well, if
hell
the
are
two
you on
lovebirds
about?
are done, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
explanation would be nice, please.
Aye.
I had a bad dream.
We all have bad dreams. Why is this significant?
Look, I don't know whether... Well, I know I didn't just dream it, but I don't know whether talking to you the other day triggered it, but it was that kind of dream.
And what happened?
I don't think I want to know.
I walked around, I saw a lot of things I didn't want to, and yeah, I met your, and he like does finger quotes in the air, friend?
Hmm. That thing.
Yes, that thing.
And what did he want?
Same as with you. He actually remembered you when I mentioned that you talked about it.
Well, it's such a shame that its offer is not quite good enough.
Yeah, he offered me. Well, he offered to give me magic, which, nice but don't care. He offered to help me with some things. He offered to point me towards Elizabeth and the Rakshasa. But,
Yeah. He offered me information that, and I quote, I am not meant to know.
Torn,
yeah, he might have mentioned something like that as well.
what have you
Who's
been
this?
messing with?
I
Wait.
didn't mess with anyone. They messed
Yeah,
with
they're
me.
messing with us.
That's
And I get
usually
the
not how
feed-
it goes.
And
Usually not how it goes. I will give you that, but I give you my word that this time that is how it went.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he'll try and contact me again.
I think
Who
the very
is
obvious.
he?
I think
You're
the very
talking in
obvious.
pronouns that I don't know.
Some kind
You
of
don't know what he
outsider.
means?
Okay.
He is called Ilishar. At least that's the name he gave me.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, how do you spell that?
Illishar.
Dark, I doubt there's any connection to dwarves that might allow me a check on that. Dwarves are their enemies.
Are
In
any
fact-
of us entitled to a check?
In fact, you are allowed to make a planes check as a dwarven process.
Would you look at that? That's lovely.
Well, this is not because it's related to dwarves, it's because it's the enemy of the dwarves.
Hmm.
Which is the thing, so.
But close enough, right?
16.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Really,
I mean, it's not a
all
common
I
knowledge.
could really get from him was that he exists kind of outside the threads of fate, kind of. He described it as the realm of nightmares inside the body of dreams. So, yeah.
Oh. He's
Well,
from
that's
the plane of
pleasant.
nightmares. Just
Yeah.
like Sideline theorized.
Yep.
Well, that's pleasant.
Which
played those-
explains a lot.
There is such a place as Ling, known as the Plane of Nightmares. As Torin would be able to well talk about, the fact it is a location that said whenever a mortal dreams and has a nightmare, the nightmare becomes physically real there.
Yeah.
And as soon as Sora quotes this, he kind of like goes a bit pale in the face and goes, "Oh, good lord, I have my own hell there."
I mean, I think everyone does.
Yeah.
Hey, I would think so.
You were actually the only one I saw there, aside from the
Lang
disembodied
is,
voice.
Lang is interesting because Lang is located as a little small bubble in the middle of the whole realm of dreams where every single dream becomes reality.
This is a rather appropriate song. I'm sorry, Sober by Tool just started playing.
It isn't known how long Lang really lasts for, in the sense that, like, how long do your dreams, like, stay there before they disappear? But, you know.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, that's odd, and I think it's good to ignore that.
This never does well to deal with these type of things.
Hey.
Well,
Especially not
I-
one that comes from a plane called Nightmares.
I
say
really
never.
get the feeling we're going to be thrust into it eventually anyway, to
I
just
say-
deal with this.
I say never, but it's usually a better idea just to try and figure out what you're messing with first.
Oh, we kind of know. At least we know what he's after. What he
He's
does he want?
after a specific tome on the topics of Deep Ones, Aboleths, Illithids, and the mythos behind their creators.
Yeah. All I could get from him was that he was just a collector of knowledge and he didn't actually want to use what was in it. But
I
I'm
don't
not
trust
sure how
that.
much I believe him.
Oh.
I don't trust that. He comes from a plane of nightmares, and so
Exactly.
they aren't exactly
Racist.
a true thing. So
Yeah. I mean, he did the whole spiel of if he wanted to take over the world, he could do and blah blah blah. But, you know, as I told him, there's a difference between knowing how to do it and being able to do it.
Just
Thinking about it, I was actually rather cheeky with him.
you're rather
think to be
cheeky
fair
with
with most
everyone.
people.
I
Yeah.
was my usual smart-ass self until he started making me offers that were hard to refuse. Thankfully, I regained my senses and left.
The only one I actually had some trouble refusing was the information on Elizabeth, because, you know, I would kind of still like to find her.
Hey,
Okay then.
You're so small-minded, Jortes.
I don't know, he offered me other things, I said he offered me the power of magic and blah de blah, but I wasn't really
Yeah,
fussed.
there is something to be said about, if you're going to get information from somewhere, someone who literally exists in a realm created by someone's dreams, there's a lot of knowledge in there.
Tor just kind of looks at the group and goes, "No. Finding Elizabeth or our enemy, a great boon indeed. But
Yeah,
the things that he could have potentially tempted me with, and that my mind wandered towards, were much, much greater."
Yeah. I mean, he offered things like information on Karma, was it? That lady
Yes,
we
Karma
found in the
Beowulf.
ruins? Yeah, her.
Oh yeah.
I did get a souvenir, though.
That's good.
He sort of goes into his pack and pulls out his souvenir and holds it out to people.
Except no one sees him holding anything.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What? You're
Well-
not holding anything, Jortes.
What are you talking about? It's clearly a ruby.
No. You're holding nothing, Jortes.
Tor is going
No,
to poke
no.
Jortes' hand and see if his finger goes through, or if it's merely an invisible object.
Your finger passes through the space between his hands.
Hey,
Okay.
hey,
Yeah,
don't
nothing's
go
there,
phasing
Jortes.
through my ruby.
Maybe it's a dream thing. Jortes showed that to me in a few days.
Maybe.
Jortes, I think you've gotten less sleep than I have, and I was up until
Hey, I am not seeing things.
You
Look,
obviously
it's
are.
a ruby, it's like this big. He puts his fingers around it. And it's like, I look in one side, it's weird. I think it's magical. Can you see anything with magic, Sarah?
Go detect magic.
Nothing.
Well, there's something up with it. 'Cause, like, I look up in it on one side and I see myself, like, as a kid. And I look in the other side and see myself as a really old man.
Do you see anything if you look at someone else for it?
Yeah, if I, like, catch one of their reflections in it, do I see them?
You see young little Torin.
Yeah. Tolan was so adorable when he was younger.
Ooh, do me.
Does Sarah?
She was actually an Eyrie when she was younger.
You see a young version of Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer you now you're older.
By the way, we're talking like equivalent, it's showing you maybe like your 10-year-old self.
Yeah.
That's kind of awkward, yeah.
10-year-old equivalent. So yeah,
Okay.
equivalent 10-year-old self.
Looks at Thork in it. He looks the same as now.
Same, just slightly
slightly
taller.
smaller.
His beard's slightly shorter.
I like how Angie's wearing the same clothes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just size.
No, it's literally the same clothes, just folded over several times.
I mean, actually, that could potentially be very useful.
Yeah, I mean,
Nah,
I
still.
can see it, I can feel it, I know this is here, regardless of
Yeah.
if you guys can see it.
Well, alright then, we can't see it or anything, and we'll take your word for it, so...
I mean, I can describe what you look like as a 10-year-old if you really want. You haven't changed much.
I wouldn't, no. It's very easy to imagine, don't you think? Dwarves don't exactly change much as they age.
I mean, for you, maybe.
Either way.
He'll just start rambling about what each of
Well,
you looked
anyway,
like when you
while
were younger.
Jortes is sitting there being a madman, I have other news.
Hey, I am not a madman.
Shut it.
We'll pop the
Anyway,
locale.
I went out for a walk and I ran across this dog who led me really far outside of White Marsh. I'm not even completely sure how far away. It was dark and I met a young tiefling, really young. He had to have been a child, who was a summoner. He had a psychopomp eidolon. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the term, but essentially he summoned a psychopomp defender.
Oh,
He
God,
made a
please say
pact
it's not
with-
related to the one we fought.
It knows the one we fought, and
Oh, God.
he said that we will be seeing them again.
Oh,
well,
why?
lovely.
Can you
Because
not
they
go
picked
outside
up
without
this-
running into something strange?
No.
Well,
can't.
apparently I can't stay inside without running into strange things, so we're screwed either way.
I ran
But-
into something strange while I was at my house, so...
But it gets better. For one thing, the child can see, whether something is alive, dead, undead, or a construct, and he can also, just by looking at you, tell the exact day that you're going to die of natural causes. I have about 60 years left, give or take.
Nice.
And unfortunately, his house, or I say his house, a house in which he's staying, is being accosted by goblins and skeletons on a regular basis. Not enough to overwhelm him, but apparently he's been there longer than I've been alive.
Yeah, that's tieflings for you.
Also, we
Well,
got a
he's-
visitor while we were over there. One that we're all fairly familiar with. You more so than anyone else, it seems, Sarah. A friend of ours.
How is he here already?
He's stalking us.
Also, I did kind of forget about him, not going to lie.
Dark and creepy.
By the way,
And creepy.
I should probably tell you all, Escorin is undead.
Yeah, I'm not
Big
surprised.
surprises
I
there.
thought so. Too, far too pale for someone who's not... have something going on with him.
We did live in Eyrie,
Really?
but
The,
anyway.
the paleness was what tipped you off? Really?
Well, that and the unnaturalness and the climbing of the walls and stuff like that. It's just,
Cannot go judge. Man's had his things. Anyway, what happened to him?
I tried to convince the kid to come back to the manor with me because I didn't want to leave him there, but there was no way I could convince him to come with me.
from the sound of it, he's been
The
there
child
longer than...
the child is a tiefling and understandably has been more or less abused and exiled from here. So,
That sucks.
He has survived that
doesn't-
long, though.
I mean, tieflings are always pretty hardy.
Aye.
the child is going to extreme measures just for the sake of survival. However, I will say something else. There's a new goblin necromancer on the rise.
Oh, lovely, another one.
Oh,
I mean,
great.
you have met
Another one,
goblins,
eh?
right?
Well, do you know anything about this one?
Not really.
I mean, there's goblins. Take one down, everyone takes their place. Kind of like humans, but more green.
Hadn't really thought about it like that way before, Sarah.
Mm.
But that's, it's not too inapt.
Oh yeah, and Jortes.
Hmm?
How confident are you in your abilities to steal a book?
Which book? And in what conditions?
Not the book that you're
Good.
wanting. Yeah, it's not that book.
So, which book is it, and what conditions?
The Warden of the North has it in his personal library.
Oh, God, why are we stealing from him again?
You haven't sold them yet.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Because he has a book on, well, I'm going to be blunt, lycanthropy and things related to it.
Right.
And
And I'm trying to find alternative methods to get Verdon's soul back from Daega.
It's stupidly risky, especially at the moment with the whole meeting and everything going on. If he finds out we're trying, or I'm trying to get it, and that I'm connected to Wylan in any form, there goes any hope we have.
Oh, you're not going to be
I-
doing it alone, Jortes.
I didn't think I would, but okay.
You'll have
Either way,
Elliot
my
with you.
point stands. Wait, Elliot? Seriously?
He knows where it is. He knows how to get to it.
True.
And unlike you, he is a quite proficient negotiator and bluffer when he needs to.
I can negotiate, but he does have me on the bluff, I'll give him that much.
It's also kind of probably better to be filmed with, to be honest.
Sarah, how's that mask I asked for coming along? Because that would help greatly in this.
It's existing. I still need a little bit work done on it, though.
Don't worry, Jortes, I can make you unrecognizable.
Either way, that would help. Well, I can give it a go. You know, I'm always willing to help out friends, and I do want Burden back.
I
It's
don't
just-
know about
it
that
is
though.
a bad idea.
That is
I-
very risky. If
Are you
That is
sure
very
he wouldn't
risky and-
let you have a look at it?
I'm positive. High Warden's personal collection of books? Yeah. I completely think that he will just let me thumb through all of his
Okay,
tomes.
Also, side
enough
note-
sarcasm.
Side note, you're also more specifically told it's in what has been referred to as the forbidden section of his library.
That complicates things.
Because the Warden of the North is known to have a rather extensively huge library.
Okay, you say Elliot knows where it is, the layout and such.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if he doesn't know the exact layout, he can find out very quickly. He's a very resourceful young man.
I'll have to ask him what sort of things we might run into on the way in. You know, if it's anything like the castle in... Where was it? Where? Okay, I am terribly bad with names. Meta, where the hell have we just been? Everwinter? Or...
Everwinter. It's
Yes.
Everwinter.
If it's anything
Very
like the
ironically
castle in
named place.
Everwinter, I have very little chance of sneaking in there completely undetected. Or even just through there.
Well,
Yeah.
unfortunately for you, most people don't take to books very well, and you shouldn't have to get past very many people.
Yeah, people I can deal with, locks, traps I can deal with. Magical wardings are tricky.
This is why we're not going for the more important books, such as the one that Outsider wanted us to get, because I could guarantee you that thing would be warded to high hell.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, forbidden section, it might have like an alarm spell or something over the entire section.
You'll probably have to scope it out first, but you should be doing that anyway.
Yeah, that's what I need to talk to Elliot about. If he knows anything like that. But I will give it a go. If
I
nothing
really
else,
don't
it'll be fun right up until the Executioner's Axe comes down.
Uh,
He honestly seems like a bit too chipper about that thought.
Oh dear. We need to remember the last time we did something like this.
We burnt the mansion down? Yeah, I remember.
Aye.
Well, hopefully this time Sideline won't go around planting bombs everywhere.
Uh, yeah.
Can someone take away Sideline's explosives before we do this? All of
I
them,
would
and all
love
the stuff
to.
to make them, and just take his arms as well.
I would confiscate them, but then I'd be carrying a dangerous amount of explosives.
Because you don't already.
Going to be fine.
No comment.
But I don't know. Have you any of you run into more weird stuff
Aye,
since
Fine
okay?
stuff.
I've
Yeah,
already told George
throw
and
it,
Sideline
Kaz.
about it, but
Yeah, we went down
Basically,
and had a look.
aye,
We
found out
raided a
what that,
dwarf tomb.
aye, we found out what that arcane thing, that arcane machine we found down the ruins months ago was.
Oh, that.
Because we
yeah.
found a second one. Or a second part of it. As it turns out, it seems to be the engine to an airship.
Am I gonna fly?
Can't
Aye.
really do that anyway, but okay.
A flying ship that is underneath the lake that was from the ancient empire, an old dwarven captain. One of the first, and I believe one of the only. I can't remember what Sideline said about it, but something happened with the airship, and either he crashed up here or something, and they sealed it downstairs and built the ruins around it and hid the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
However, one of the main pieces, I think he said it was the data core.
Main control something or other.
Aye, that. It's up in what we know as the Forge up in the north.
Oh,
You know, in the Vale, in that wonderful place up there.
Aye. And we have good reason to believe that that's where Elizabeth and them are going.
so
Or at least that's what we think.
does this mean that all the time with? Okay, you remember those two kids who we ran into when we met Silent, right? Does that mean they're also looking for this airship? And why?
Either the airship or
Possibly.
something else. Did Sideline say the forge could be used to make lots of him or something?
Potentially, he doesn't know.
Aye.
He doesn't particularly know. He doesn't exactly know what the forge contained, but from what he remembered, it's a manufactory, and if nothing else, it's possible the control core that's there, depending on where it's used, could be used to say manufacture more constructs.
I mean,
Hmm.
yeah.
So, yeah.
We're
So it could build
It'll
an army.
build a lot of something.
Yes, in theory,
Aye.
if the wrong person got hold of it and knew the right stuff enough about the old tech, it could in theory use it to build tons and tons of constructs.
okay. So we know 4 people who are trying to vie for this at minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
there's
that's not
Elizabeth.
even including us.
Yeah, there's Elizabeth. There's those girls whose names I can't remember. There was.
Carmen Valemore?
Yeah, those girls.
Yeah, there's that. What was his name? The nice kid who we met.
What, Alex?
Yes, him. His sister.
Well,
and
yeah,
by
he
extension,
was-
technically him.
But yeah, he himself, neither he or his sister were going there for the core, from what you knew. They were just kind of their
Well,
father
yeah.
found the location and no one believed it, so they were going to try and find the location.
Yeah, but chances are if they find it and if they get in, it's still going
No,
to
I
be
mean,
the
I think
same
they had a
one.
map leading to it. The thing was just they needed to physically go there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
And then I can't remember who my 4th person was. Probably Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And
no,
for extra
Elizabeth
stuff.
was your first.
Okay, that I can't remember.
Isn't Hecate searching for? Ah, that's actually another thing. The ship that is under the lake is known as the Glory. At least in the
Original?
ancient language.
It's not directly the glory. It translates roughly to glory.
Aye. Yeah, it translates roughly to glory.
Mm-hmm.
Which, well, after we told Hecate about that, and apparently this may be what she was searching for.
Yeah, she was searching for sunken glory, and the ship's the glory, and it's under a lake, and 2 and 2 makes 4.
Aye.
Yeah, most cases.
Also, in other news, I found a dwarven artifact that I'm wearing right now, and I am going to be returning this to my family sometime in the
I
future.
was going to ask what that funky piece of headgear is about, but it seemed
Aye.
a bit weird to bring up.
It's an old helmet worn by the captain himself.
Oh. Well, it's fancy.
It gives me defenses against the fires of a dragon, and also defenses against things attempting to control my mind. Along with it, it guides me hand whenever I'm attacking humans, because I believe they held a bit of a grudge. It's not a big fan of humans.
Understandably.
Hey. But I shall...
Wait, Jordan
but-
has a human and elf.
Yep, that's true. So-
Sadly.
which actually, if that was the case, while we were in the fight, both of you would have had problems. Because I forgot about the helmet for that.
It wouldn't have changed too much.
But it's true though.
Plus one to attack and a bane weapon?
It's true though. Anything that affects humans also affects Jortes.
Yeah, it's awkward.
But I'm going to be wearing it for the time being until I am able to return to my family, and we can place this in the Vault of Heroes
Okay
near
then.
the Underforge.
Okay, anything else weird happened, or can we discuss what's going to be happening next?
Oh, actually, there was another thing. While I was down there, I sort of had to swim into the man's tomb, or into the old captain's tomb, and I sort of almost drowned. And whenever I woke up, I got a letter. There was a letter beside me, and Thorok sort of reaches into his sleeve and pulls out this letter. Do any of you know what this? Any of you know what the symbol on the letter is, or
Let me see
an
it.
S and a
Yeah.
T are?
The
Yes, I know
The
exactly.
as I would
Yeah,
the letter is made on a piece of crude parchment, not of exceptional quality in any way. The handwriting inside is unkept, unlearned, something that, from someone who clearly isn't entirely used to doing it, at least in this language. The seal that shuts it is this odd shape, to be sure. The Tauren strikes him as something he may have around his neck right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which
indeed,
Doran will pull out his necklace, and let me grab the image for you.
and indeed, it is signed.
yes indeed. So, oh, you finally met those two. I tried to get them to come and meet you
Yes, this
back when I fell through the lake.
Yes, Tauren here is sending what the seal is. What that basically that is what's on the seal.
I thought we were being
Shiny.
hush hush about that.
Well, he knows about them now, so...
Well, I
they-
don't.
It sounds like you didn't meet them.
No,
Well,
no,
they've
I
still
met no
decided
one.
to give him a letter that,
They're
show
fri-
that
they're,
they
they're
exist.
very, very good friends of ours, Thorok.
Yes. Yes, you
Have I
remember
never
when...
met them?
You remember when I
They were-
wandered off in
they
the
have-
night and fell through the lake? They
No.
were the ones that saved me.
I remember you wandering off, but I don't remember you falling through the lake.
Really? I almost died.
You didn't-
Torin had to come out and get me.
Aye,
don't
but you
remember
never
that.
said what happened.
I said I went through a lake.
No, you didn't. You came back with Torin and just were completely hush and said that you two were fine, and you came back, and that's
Well,
it.
I was fine because of those two.
I still don't know who those two are. You haven't described them or anything. You haven't even said their names. I just know S and T.
Jortis
apparently.
just shrugs and looks at the others and says, I promise to not tell their names. I
Same.
still hold to that.
Mhm. I'm sorry, Thorok. We know who they are, and I can assure you that they are good people, and that those kids are very, very important to me.
All right,
Indeed.
fine, I guess. If you all trust them, I guess I can trust you in that. So.
Trust me, Thorok. I do not trust anyone very easily, and I trust them.
Oh, I
with
know.
my life.
Then that's good, I guess. Then. Alright, fine, I guess. If they ever want to show themselves to me, that's fine.
Well, it's nice that you at least know they exist now.
Yeah,
Even if you
It would
don't
be
know
nice to
who
actually
they
be
are.
able to thank them directly or anything like that, but
we took and kissed at this
actually,
whole entire
Thorok.
awkward skirting thing.
Thorok, why don't you just write a letter of thanks, and I'll make sure it gets to them.
I don't do letters of thanks. I thank people to their face.
It's probably the best you're going to get, considering they have difficulty
Then I will-
contacting you.
Then I will just have to wait.
They have difficulty contacting you.
But then I will just have to wait until they don't.
Well, you're gonna be waiting a long time because you have a nasty
I
habit
have-
of being resistant
I have
to
the
magic.
time to wait.
Plus, they're kind of scared of you. So, hey.
Either way, I have the time to wait.
This dwarf has waited longer than some of you have lived.
Most
I've
of the
taken-
party is older than Jortes now.
I have
But I think the
actually.
whole
I had a
party
vow of
is.
silence longer than they have lived.
And Tinder, I said longer than you've lived, not your biological age.
True.
You've lived for longer than you're older.
True.
Either way, anyone else? Anyone else find anything interesting?
I sat in the library for most of it, so no, not really.
Alright.
I was drunk for most of it, so some of what I say may not be relevant. But the not dream thing was totally real.
Alright then.
And so is this ruby.
Yes, yes, George.
Keep saying that, yes. I know you see it, but we don't, and that's that. Either way, so then, what are our plans of doing? We have 4 days until the meeting.
It might
Well,
be
I
good.
for one
Really
plan
close
on
to.
helping Brennan, and then I'm going to help Rylan organize papers and such, and
Yeah,
get as much ready as I can for our court case.
yeah. I mean, I'll be the first to admit I don't know the whole protocol for these meetings, but it might be
nor do
good
I.
to not leave it to the last second to
For
get
the most
there.
part, keep your mouth shut.
Yes, I know that much. I mean, for the whole, how early is too early to turn up? How late is too late to turn up?
I mean, we could ask Rylan? Where's
Yes,
he?
that
I
would,
think-
that
I
would
think
be
we
a
should
good
consult-
idea.
Ryland and Hecate on this, and Elliot, because they are most likely more versed in this than we are.
Yeah.
Elliot
But-
especially.
But you know, to be honest, we have a habit of saying, right, we need to be here by this date, and then getting horribly, horribly sidetracked. So I just want to give us a bit of leeway here.
It's
Well-
fair enough. Where are the kids actually? Has anyone seen them today?
No, I kind of got here for something in the morning, went to sleep for what little I could get, and here I am immediately.
I've only been awake long enough for my hangover to not kick in yet. I may still be a little buzzed.
Both of you
Alright,
need-
let's go look for him.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And off we go.
I go gather Rin and Licht and everyone that we need to ask about this kind of stuff.
Probably not Renan.
Oh,
What-
yeah.
What are you thinking about right now?
The meeting.
Yeah,
discussing
essentially
that.
essentially gathering kind of all the NPCs and asking them stuff. Because currently none of us are actually any good at knowledge and ability or any of that. So we're kind of wondering
Hey,
stuff
screw
like...
you! I have pretty decent knowledge and ability.
Okay, but anyway, none of us really know like whether or not it'd be better to show up earlier, slightly later, or what. So, going to get the people who are well versed and live this stuff.
Honestly, it makes very little difference. Generally, it's the accepted thing. Like in theory, you could arrive early, and in theory, like try to talk to people before the meeting starts, and try to sway things before things even begin.
So
Move
essentially
things a
pick up
bit.
favors.
But the thing is, some people won't arrive until the day. Others might find it a little bit distasteful if you're trying to bribe them behind closed doors. So you know.
Yeah, I don't think we leave it to the last day to try and teleport over there. I'd also like to ask Hecate how
As-
reliable her teleport is.
As noted, this isn't like teleport. Like I said 4 days to the meeting. It's not like 4 days to like the final day of the meeting. It's 4 days until it's actually like the invite day.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you were told to be there in 4 days' time.
Hmm. How reliable is Hecate's teleport? You know, are we? She obviously knows this place well enough to get us there, but is things going to go haywire?
You arrive dead somewhere in the city.
Right. So we won't have to spend days traveling there.
There is a 3% chance you end up somewhere else.
Oh, we're going to
But
end
that's
up
still
somewhere
very
else.
close. But
Yeah,
it's still fairly close.
It'll still be close by, but there's a 3% chance that she doesn't get it bang on the target because she's in theory just planning to teleport you to the guest house that her family has.
Yeah, which she's very familiar with. So.
Yeah.
To be precise, you end up in her bedroom, but you know.
Oh my.
Oh. Oh
She-
dear, Georges.
There's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot in there because she took all her stuff with her. So,
All right.
she's very familiar with the space because it's where she spends 95% of her time. Yeah, she doesn't like going out to big parties. She just kind of hangs out in her room and does magic.
Mm-hmm.
She basically lives in her parents' basement, so yeah.
Except she lives in the high tower instead. Close enough.
Okay, reverse basement.
Well, I think we should just go up there immediately then, because we're likely to get a lot more information from there than we are from here.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe not immediately. We don't.
Basically, the idea is there anything more you'd want to do here, for example? That's not you've got an option.
There's nothing we can do in this short of a time span. We can't go hunt the goblin. That's going to take at least a week.
Yes. I would like Sarah to finish off my mask at least, because I will
Well,
really
she
like
can-
that for my.
She can do that
thing.
in the city,
you
though.
could, I mean, the thing is, you could technically have a look at the goblin situation.
We could, but I don't think we have the time. We
Like,
wouldn't be able to get anything done
Like Torrent,
suitably done.
I believe Torrent does have a location.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is it?
For depending on the weather, 2 to 4 hour walk.
That's
Oh,
not actually
really
that
close
far.
then.
I mean,
I guess if we wanted to, we could take a day and just like go out there with Licton or something, and
I would like to go early just because our show. Okay, I know you're going to like minute this turn, but we do have a pretty good strength in terms of when it comes to talking to people. If we're able to smoosh, find out more information there. Well, okay, hold on, I had to like. Okay, and stop pronouncing S's everywhere. We'll probably be a lot better off than we would be otherwise. Just see if we can pick up favors. We've done it before, we can do it again.
yeah. But I think we can at least take a day off to go check out the goblin thing and at least get Licton up to speed more to where he can actually work on dealing with it while we're gone, if we need to.
Alright, but don't make mention of the tiefling to Licton.
Don't worry, I don't plan on mentioning anything that we don't need to. That's not a danger to the town.
He becomes a full adult with a huge size psychopomp that wreaks havoc everywhere.
It's a
And
possibility.
And if that happens, Thork will gladly go and smite him down.
On the other hand, though, that's going to take a few decades at least.
Yeah.
And Thork will still be there to smack him down.
Well, unless I die sometime between then and there.
Yeah, you won't.
They can certainly head out a goblin hunt.
Yeah, I think we should.
Goblin hunt. Goblin hunt.
Yeah, we should take Licton, and that way at least someone that's not in the party knows about the goblin and like where it's probably going to be.
Yeah, if Licton is available to come with us, taking him would be good.
Pretty sure he is. This falls under the job description.
I'm not sure that would be necessary, and besides, having someone to defend the manor would probably not be a bad idea.
Licton actually, it does have something he'd be preferring to do at the current second, instead of going out on scout, which is the fact that the sorry whelps of the guards here, he's been trying to train them more.
Right.
Okay.
Well, if we give him the details we know, like where it is, and what we know of the goblin force that may or may not be there, then if something happens to us, or if we have to run off at some point, then he can at least deal with it while we're gone.
Yeah, and even if we don't manage to sort of kill the necromancer or anything like that, we can do a significant damage to the force before we retreat.
And then the necromancer can raise that force as skeletons.
Not if we destroy the skeletons, though.
That one.
He'll need to cut into his goblin forces then if he wants to raise more skeletons. And goblin skeletons don't make good skeletons, I'll say.
You'd be surprised at what a horde of goblin skeletons can do.
Okay, a
I'm-
horde of goblin skeletons, maybe.
I apparently never picked up a second light mace. I
Well,
will
you
have
wanna
to
be able to grab
rectify
one?
this while we're in town.
Would you like a light mace? Like literally will sell you his light mace.
It doesn't have to be his, but I will buy a light mace from somewhere.
If you want, you can get a silver one because Torin made sure that the city is stocked with silver.
No, that was Lyle.
That was
Oh, Lyle did, yeah. Crap.
But no, I don't think I need a silver mace.
Well, there's no penalty to using it at all.
So,
No, not with a
Is-
silver. It's a slashing and piercing weapons take a penalty if they're made of silver.
point.
Bludgeoning weapons don't.
That's point.
But it's still money,
True.
and
It's
I am
twice as much
notoriously
money.
cheap.
It's just double the price.
You underestimate how cheap I am.
Fine.
So, what is our plan for the goblins? Just scouting, or are we actually going to do stuff with them?
Start out with scouting and see how it goes, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I vote we scout, and if it seems like we can harass them and do some damage, then we do it.
Well,
But on that, I need to be right back real quick. I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
I can tell you now, I'm not going to be pulling off any funny bloodline stuff because I'm currently imperious. Yeah. But yeah, if we need to scout, thankfully we're in a very good position for that.
hmm
Yeah, I wouldn't mind rooting out some goblins.
Oh, I
We're
wouldn't
s-
mind. It's just if we run into an entire army of goblin skeletons, I'm a bit more wary about charging in there.
Yeah, then we run away. But I guess there is always the
I'll go pick
potential
up
that
some holy water.
there's always the potential that this could help us somehow. You never know with what we run into.
Yeah,
Maybe another person captured there who happens to be a noble.
possibly, but even if it doesn't directly help us like that, just
It's still
letting
good for
out
the town.
goblins help the town.
Yeah, it's true. However, it would be nice if it directly helped us.
Does anyone have any money they care to donate towards the holy water fund?
Unfortunately, no.
Possibly 2 seconds.
All my money has been spent.
How
on
much money do you need for Holy Water Fund? How much is Holy
25 gold. 25 gold per holy water.
Water? Math's hard. Pick up like 6. That's 150 gold from me.
All right.
Well, that's depressing.
Hmm.
I just found an original Lyle.
Aww.
It's okay. He's in the good plains now.
He's where all weird wolf-faced foxes go in death.
God.
It's not a good plane.
No, it's not. Oh, God, I still feel so guilty about that.
Oh,
Should.
you should.
Fuck.
There's nothing wrong with it. People die.
Yeah, but he died directly because of me.
I can't argue.
Technically, like, an hour ago we all directly died due to Forrock. Even if it was Mock.
Yeah. Yeah, but none of us were actually harmed by that.
We were in an alternate reality.
In the dream plane where things become real.
I do want to see at some point if Going Dream spun, maybe if I can, I don't know, do dream things. You can't see it, but I'm wiggling my fingers.
Maybe you can see my ruby. You can see how wonderfully shiny it is.
Yes, I can use the entire bloodline to see one thing, which is a thing, yes.
Then
It's
you
worth,
can
it's always
tell.
worth a try.
Then you can tell them all I'm not crazy.
I'm slightly crazy. Okay, hold on. I had to think of things.
There's no
Except-
way to actually prove that. You've already gone
Because-
for
It's true. On the bright side, now that I have gaseous form, I can just invisibility gaseous form someone and have them very slowly fly about. Or I don't know, try and catch a wind over the like base.
And then it runs out halfway over. Blat.
That's your own fault.
It kind of isn't.
Yeah. Should time to bear. Don't let me touch you.
No, what the hell? I'll buy a silver light mace. It's an extra like 20 gold.
For a silver weapon? No.
For alchemical silver light weapon is plus 20 gold.
Sworn it was more than that.
For one-handed or one head of a double, it's 90. For two-handed, it's 180.
Then, yeah, where are you getting the 20 gold?
Because a light weapon is plus 20. I know a standard light mace is 5 gold, I just meant it as an additional 20.
Yeah, I guess.
I shall have all the shinies, and the shiny shall be mine.
Speaking of which, I actually need to pick up myself a new silver dagger. Should probably do that.
I still need to get this magic dagger identified.
Could I try that Vanilla Dark?
I literally just realised I still had it.
Yeah, I keep on kind of forgetting to do that a lot as well. It's like, I think Sideline was still going to try use Identify on that ring that you had as well, but...
Oh, yeah, well.
Or no, there's something we're good with, I can't remember what.
So then we should set out to go kill goblins.
Mm-hmm. What's up?
Yes.
Yeah, Doc, before we head out to kill goblins, is Sarah able to do any sort of identifying on my magic dagger?
But we keep on forgetting to do...
Yeah.
See, where was this dagger found?
It was the black squid dagger found on the halfling red dragon sorcerer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's a bad O.
That one.
Thankfully, I don't think you've used it yet.
Make me a spellcraft check.
Yeah,
can try.
I have not used it yet, no.
I'm Imperious Bloodline, so this isn't gonna help. 29, okay, never mind. Also, because him apparently just has to factor into everything. Yeah.
Oops, no. 1d6, not 60-0. Yay, macros.
So, 29. That's a good roll, damn.
Well, that weapon is in fact magical.
Da-da-da-da.
I'm back.
You know,
Hello.
we're just
Back.
quickly doing the black squidding attacker.
Gotcha.
Mostly because we keep on forgetting to.
Yep.
Tip tip.
Mm.
Ow. Oh, that hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, it just breathes weird.
Yeah, he gets hurt by breathing.
I don't get hurt by breathing, it's just sometimes I breathe weird.
It's like the dance Ao does, but with breathing. Doobity-doobity-doo.
Ooh, what the hell?
+2 cruel cold iron dagger.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Once per day, this poison can create a mystery poison upon its... Yeah, this dagger can create a mystery poison upon its tip as a swift action. Oh, I like this.
Oh, lovely.
Ah,
Actually,
What does
create one poison. It can create a mystery poison. That mystery poison is sometimes some that are even rare ones, like poison. There are certain rare poisons listed in the monster manual that specify this poison grants a curse if it succeeds.
oh, I
Oh,
like
you
this
get a
dagger.
random poison.
It can literally be any
Lovely.
poison out of a list, I think, of like 150 poisons.
Also,
Man.
since it's cruel, when you strike a creature that's frightened, shaken, or panicked with a cruel weapon, the creature becomes sickened for a round. When you use the weapon to knock unconscious or kill a creature, you gain 5 temporary hit points that last for 10 minutes.
Oh, I like this dagger a lot.
Oh dear.
Doesn't
I'm-
really seem like it fits Jortess's MO.
The whole poison bit of it definitely does. The cruel, not so much.
That and Jortess kind of explicitly only really uses poisons to knock out or debilitate,
Yeah.
not really kill.
That is a thing.
So you have a chance of getting
It'll
the
always
killing
be useful
poison
should.
from this.
Yeah, but you never know. We might. It's always useful to have a
Yeah.
trump card.
I mean, it depends what I'm facing a lot. Like things like goblins, he has less of an issue about using lethal poisons. Things like humanoids, then he avoids it where he can.
Goblins are humanoids.
Well, you know
They're
what I
monstrous
mean.
humanoids.
You know what I mean.
So goblins aren't people.
No, they're not.
You're the second person I've had to tell this to within 24 hours that they're actually people.
No, they're not. They're silent green.
I knew that was coming. I expected from sideline. Though
Well,
none
he's
of that's
not here,
happened.
so hey.
That's true.
Yeah. When you find an unusual squid insignia dagger, it's not. I don't generally make unique descriptions for weapons unless they're actually rather important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool weapon,
Yeah,
right?
daggers D4, 19 to 20.
It's not a artifact. It's just a unique magic item.
Yeah,
Da, 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 da.
definite dibs.
Though now I think we're actually, unless you need to pick anything up from this town, I think we're good to actually go to Goblin Place.
I think so.
Nope, I'm well prepared.
See?
Yeah, I'm good.
Very well,
Okay.
the group will set out. Torm, are you going? So how the heck are you going to get to the destination? You're going to kind of follow the same Vegas route from before, and then just deviate from there.
Something along the lines of that, yeah.
Okay. In which case, in daylight this time,
Yeah.
the group will set out of the city's northeastish gate.
Gate, question mark, or quotation marks.
Kind of. We'll head out quickly off the road and, well, in through the thick thicket that is the forest. The weather is clear today.
Maybe not the best thing for sneaking up, but oh well.
As you head down, the group runs across an unusually large amount of thorns.
Yeah,
Right.
don't,
An exceptionally large bush. Oh, well, yeah.
yeah, try not to get thorns. They have what is it, an analgesic? Okay, exactly. Pretty sure it's analgesic. Basically, it'll thin your blood, and it'll be hard to stop your bleeding if you get cut up by those things.
Really
Oh,
good. We should be able to avoid it fairly
Alright.
easily.
Okay. Seems a bit odd for him to be here, but okay.
Yes, there is a large thicket though of slightly toxic of thorns and stuff, which they're kind of blocking the path a bit. Well, yeah, not a bit. They are just blocking out the way.
I'm
Unless you-
assuming setting film
Yeah,
fire
well-
is not the best idea.
you'd
probably
set
not, no.
with it.
Mm. Are there any trees going across it? Like, could we climb across? Or,
You
like,
could,
up and over?
you could try climbing a tree and try going across that way.
Because I
Well,
still have this
How
rope.
did Torin get past before?
Through.
How did
I
you
just
turn?
went through and healed myself.
Ah. Oh dear.
Okay,
You could
Looks
have
like
try leaping it if you're good at jumping.
looks like it's time for handy grapnel. Ooh.
You could,
That's-
essentially, it's a 4-foot high bush with a thorn to it. So
Hmm.
I'm happy enough. Is there a tree which I could probably target on the other side with handy grapnel?
yes, you're in a forest.
Thankfully. Okay. I say, if you want to give it some time, I can just do this.
You always actually see people swinging across like Tarzan.
Yeah, it'd
This
more be
is
like
not the first time I have done this.
it'd be more like I stay here, someone else grabs onto a rope, I tell it to retract, they jump off, rinse, repeat
Zzz.
until it's my turn. Yeah. Have to aim high enough as well. So yeah. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, you could, in theory, if you want to spend some time, you can do that.
Sure.
Make your cross without trouble.
Takes you a bit, but you can do so. Avoid suffering the rather terrible bleed damage from this stuff.
Mhm.
Then again, we do have 2 people that are healers here, so
Yeah, but there's no point in burning through some resources if we don't have to.
yeah.
Mhm.
Especially when a single spell slot can fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're on the or you can get to the other side. And you can continue on. You go down past a small stream, which you can cross in some way or another. Your group is resourceful enough you can cross this tiny little stream without having to worry about falling in.
I fell in and took cold damage.
In your defense, it was the middle of the night and it was dark.
Yeah, I take it wide berth as best as I can.
I mean, you need to cross it, so you can't really give it a wide berth. You know,
Yeah, but I mean, I stay away from all the edges as best as I can.
until you get to actually cross it.
Hop
Yeah,
on
but
stunts
you're
and
crossing,
stuff.
you kind of have no choice but go close to an edge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll be fine. Just-
I don't like cold.
Well, you know, well, Jordan says enough acrobatic people just leap across the rocks fine enough.
Yeah.
The group can continue on. Eventually, running across an area where it all begins to thin out, essentially.
Hmm.
The tree lines begin to thin as you kind of exit to the other side of the forest section. To at least a much less dense section of forest. You're immediately crossed by some short fields. They're not huge. There are a few houses in length. There's nothing growing on them. They're dead fields. Multiple of them about. One of them with a scarecrow that eerily looks like it's constantly watching you. It's not, but it eerily looks like.
Lovely.
Just checking detect magic on it.
It is not. Oh. It's just its design is so eerie it looks like it.
This best very safe and sorry.
And further up ahead seem to be basically, you know, if you go to like imagine what the idea of a traditional American farmhouse would be like. Imagine that kind of architecture, imagine that kind of shape of a building combined with like log cabin style architecture. That's
Interesting.
That's essentially what you see up ahead, and then beside a huge grain silo.
Mm-hmm. That tiefling child I ran into lives in there.
Oh.
I see.
Not the grain silo.
Oh, well,
Yeah, not
maybe
the
when we have
Ranger.
more time, I can come back and have a chat.
Not you.
Screw
Be
you.
rude. We can always do it later. But let's continue on.
Hey.
Maybe give ourselves a bit of a wide berth.
The group then continue on, going around to the edge of the clearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no need to disturb him if we don't need to.
Following the area in the directions you were given, that Torin was told by him that they keep coming from. He described he did also give a vague enough description for Torin to understand the kind of area you're going into. It's known the goblins have quite a few different little caves and small little huts about, but the most notable thing is they seem to claim some kind of cabin.
Oh god, please say it's not the one we kind of burnt down.
All direction.
Just the ruins of that.
All direction.
Good. Okay, as we're traveling, can I do a perception to keep an eye out for any, like, basically any signs of goblins?
You can do so.
I have too many attacks on that page. 31. Average roll.
Something unusual in the snow to your left.
Can I tell what it is?
Not really, but you can tell something's unusual about the snow. Maybe something under it?
Oh dear, I have a bad feeling. Just hold on, guys. Give me a moment. Give me a wide berth.
Alright.
Okay.
There's something
you get-
under the snow just over here. Just give me a
Sarah's
second.
prepared to cast this. Actually, Sarah's going to cast Mage Armor, because I keep on forgetting to do that.
Well, it might not be anything.
Oh no, but I
Thor
need to
just
do
pulls
that
out
anyway.
his crossbow and readies an attack against a goblin that might pop out of the snow.
I'm basically gonna have like short sword in one hand and some sort of long stick or branch or something in the other. I'll edge up to it and basically just poke through the snow.
You poke through the snow and flank. You hit something.
I hit something, but it doesn't react at all.
I think
Alright.
it may just be a trapdoor of some kind.
Possibly, but it pays to be cautious sometimes. He'll edge a bit closer, poke it another couple of times. If it still doesn't react, then he'll...
You hear a clank, and a like crushing sound.
Huh. Alright, I'll go up to it and I'll just clean the snow off, I guess. Get a better look at it.
You find a goblin. Frozen. Kind of. Mostly frozen.
Kind of.
But it was a goblin, guys.
There is a slight issue with the goblin. Probably from, basically take a diagonal cut from where, like, one's heart would be, down so it crosses the center of one's, like, basically cross under where your diaphragm would be, and just keep that line going until basically it diagonally crosses, you know, your waist. Basically, everything above that, that's flesh.
And everything below doesn't.
Correct.
Oh, lovely.
I'm going to guess this isn't like something's come along and eaten it. It's like a clean cut.
It's not perfectly clean, but it's cleaner than you would expect.
It doesn't look like jaw marks or anything like that. Teeth marks.
Ew.
Well, any of you seen anything like this before?
Unless there's some kind of ooze nearby, I'm not entirely certain.
Oh, nor am I.
Would there be any sort of check we can make to try and work anything out, like any knowledge or heal or whatever?
Not in this circumstance.
Alright.
I mean, Frostbite doesn't do this, I'm pretty sure.
No, Frostbite does not
Oh.
do this.
Probably not.
It is not,
Unless-
it is not cleanly bisecting a person.
Yeah. Unless only part of them got severe frostbite and sort of fell off.
Oh, bone.
Yeah. So aside from looking the goblin over, there doesn't seem to be anything else weird with it aside from the bisection.
Goblin doesn't have any of its stuff.
Well, probably looted by other goblins. Or whoever did this.
I mean, when was the last time it snowed? Do we know?
A few days ago.
And it's been here for a while.
I'd say 3 days. It would have been like days you basically came back to town.
Yeah.
So it's at least been here a while, yeah.
Hey,
We should probably just keep an eye out, because it sounds like
Yeah.
bad news.
definitely.
It's always bad news.
Yeah,
But yes, just everyone keep an eye out.
I'll try.
Hey, you still have eyes, you have a chance of seeing
What bloodline is
something.
there right now?
Sorry?
What blood-
Bloodline.
Imperious, because I thought we were going.
You are the most imperious of sorcerers.
At least I look really cool. I'm not
Mhm.
sure how I look cool, but I
You look
exude aura of cool. I've got my fancy hat on and everything.
Can I tell what was making like the crunch sound when I poked it too much?
Yes, you broke a fragile bit of bone.
Oh, right, that's fine.
Well, shall we go kill goblins?
Yeah, let's go kill goblins.
Hey,
Continue forth.
Hoping that we don't run into whatever did this.
Oh, who are you kidding? You know we will.
Are you
Okay, well.
approaching aggressively, normally, or cautiously?
I say
Cautiously, because I believe we
Yeah.
were planning on scouting a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if people
Okay.
like, I could go ahead and scout ahead, or just stick together.
I mean, if you want to, I can pop invisibility on you and you can do so.
If you want to go cautiously, I require stealth checks from the group.
Ah, well, stealth it is then. Oh, I really wish I had my mask.
Who wants invisibility? I could do everyone, but I'll have like 2 second level slots. That's fine. Okay, everyone has invisibility then.
You sure?
Yeah, I mean, I still
Cortez
have
doesn't
4.
need it. He has a high enough stealth. I have a
I-
+1 to stealth. I
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably
but
need it.
we might as well be safer than sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
worst
I have plus 13.
case, I have 4 third level slots that, or I can use again, and I still have 2 second level slots.
No, your spell slots. If you want to use one on invisibility, it's
And
Sure
let's
thing.
do so. Let's be safer than sorry.
okay.
So this would be a
And-
plus 20 because we're moving, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Right then.
Right, well, this is a base 33.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay,
I literally just vanish.
37.
37, yeah.
I mean, I know
You're
I'm
so
invisible,
stealthy,
but I
you've lost
still...
track of yourself.
I'm just
Yes.
noting, the rest of the party has no idea where Jortes is.
True.
Unless I
Oh,
get
wait,
too close to Torrent, then I
ignore
believe
that
he can
was
still
survival,
smell
by the
me.
way.
Oh wait, that
should
should have had a plus 20. So
Yeah, mine should have been a 39.
mine,
So
yeah, mine's a 33.
33, 39, 33, and 53.
Why is it?
I can tell you the highest goblin on this entire list is 8.
Yeah.
Goblin cannot succeed.
That's the highest goblin. The majority of goblins have -1.
Why do I roll so well out of combat and so poorly in?
Well,
Especially when it's not needed.
the group heads past a large area of stockades, a large area of wooden spears, covered in human heads. Well, I say human.
Ooh.
Human and dwarven heads.
Alright then.
Now to personal.
Oh, this is pleasant. Just suddenly hear Jortes's voice from
It's also
like
covered,
somewhere next to you.
interestingly. It's on the same spears that covered in goblin heads.
Rival tribe maybe, or just displeased whoever's leading
And
them.
finally, one Azamar head.
Now that's rare.
Yeah, it's the one I recognise, I don't think.
No.
It's not your great whatever.
I think we'd be dead by now. Asmars aren't that long lived.
It is dead.
Cousin fourth removed or something.
Maybe. That's a lot of heads, though. What the hell?
It is a lot of heads. In total,
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like 30 or 40 heads on plates.
Like, the humans, okay. Dwarves, slightly a bit more rare. Goblins, okay. That's
Mhm.
more weird.
So it is single,
Where-
not like a
And
collection.
where
of-
did they? Still, where did they get the dwarf heads? Because
Actually,
my clan doesn't
Maybe a
send people
caravan?
this far down often.
I mean,
Well,
there are
there
other
might be
dwarves
another
around.
clan nearby, or trade caravans over time, or you know.
Possibly.
What state do most of the heads look like? Do they look like they're just really cold?
Decapitated heads on plates.
Does it? How long does it look like they've been here? And obviously, it's hard to tell with the cold and shit, but
It's hard to tell, and the age clearly varies between them all.
yeah.
Signs of kills, clearly.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good sign.
Also,
I mean-
also likely sending a message by the goblin ones, possibly of insubordination.
Hmm.
Possibly, yeah.
Is the area around the stakes kind of clear, or are there footprints?
So,
Saying, are there like footprints around the area where the stakes are?
there are footprints around showing that goblins have been moved through here.
So they've at least been in here within the last 3 days, if we're going by when it last snowed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is kind of like what you have a guess is this is the outskirts of their territory you're at right now.
Okay.
Alright then, well, let's
Well,
make
let's
our way
make-
inside.
Yeah, we should make good time, because this won't last forever.
It won't.
As you can stealth inside.
Sneak, 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 sneak.
Yeah, I'll keep a time if it's in.
There is one area that's rather interesting,
Mm-hmm.
because essentially you see a whole bunch of skeletal legs sticking out of the ground.
Please say they're not moving.
Nope.
Oh, thank
Just
God.
in their cycles.
Like the lower half of goblin skeletons that have been everything but the bone eaten.
Maybe it's like that other body that we found earlier. He was missing his lower half.
I mean, it's possible.
And you even find one that's the other way around, where it's missing its upper half.
Well, you know, you gotta vary your diet.
Yeah, I guess so.
All of these seem to be surrounding some kind of makeshift hut, which seems to be full of goblin food.
Hmm.
There are 4 goblins inside of it, who are all fast asleep snoring.
Shall we just go take them out quietly?
No,
If we do the invisibility, we'll handle. I
Mm.
would rather us get to the necromancer.
Well, I think it's going
Or at
to
least
run
find
out
where they
soon
are.
anyway, won't it?
You can keep going. You can keep scouting around your current state.
Yeah, let's just keep going, I guess.
It's not like
Okay.
goblins have a huge area.
Just mooks.
Fair enough.
Plus, they're asleep. Even without the invisibility, it's unlikely we'd wake them if we're being quiet.
Mhm.
You can keep moving them
Goblins are
past
less
the
perceptive at the
unusual
best of days.
scene of dead goblins and sleeping goblins. And due to your amazing stealth, you encounter no resistance.
Yay!
In the night.
The visibility kind of pops right as you kind of appear nearby.
Guys, it ran out.
I
Alright.
could
Yes,
tell.
I can see you.
Aye.
But can you?
But turns out Jortis was keeping up with you all along.
Imagine there was snow.
See, to the right.
Do.
This building, which is clearly which clearly was once an old hunter's house, is covered in a variety of interesting things. Animal skulls of these odd kind of is that something's guts helped turn into a string for it?
Lovely.
And the walls have been painted with certain symbols and certain writing in goblin, you think?
Wonderful architecture,
Huh?
don't you know?
And there are more speared heads.
Hmm. Well,
This sounds like the location that the tiefling said about.
Is the Can we see if there's any like windows on the outside of the building?
There are. They all seem to be closed.
Right. And I'm guessing not easily jimmied from outside.
I mean, you could try to use the lockpick on the inside.
Yeah.
There seems to be a door right here, though.
There is, but I wanted more intel before we go barging through the door.
One second.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
One second. That one there is technically just a window. The door is here.
Ah.
Oh, okay. That was window.
Right. I guess I'll like motion to stay back and silent, and I'll sneak up to the door and try listening at the door.
Hey.
I'll do this to reveal the perimeter better way. I've got to close the door.
Yep. Do you want a stealth check or?
Nope.
Right. Okay, try listening at the door then. Really? Ugh.
Ooh.
Boo.
Sideline.
We're
I got
hunting
up 30
goblins.
minutes
Sideline
early at
stealth
school.
was so high we didn't know he existed until just now.
He beat Dortes out.
Hold on, I got a 53. He cannot beat me on that.
I cannot, especially
Even with invisibility.
I
Well,
don't have
plus
invisibility.
No, Sarah cast it on people, so while we were moving, so we would have gotten a plus 20 from it.
Oh, okay. Where am I?
Suddenly,
not.
out of absolutely nowhere, all of you suddenly hear dial-up noises around you.
Oh dear. Oh
I
great.
motion for you to shut the fuck up.
As well, you didn't know he was here, but then suddenly, kind of his head, like, kind of just sitting up, covered in snow, like he was like basically laying down in it.
But would you stop that noise?
What? What's going on? What are we doing here?
Sarka just moves up and like shoves her hand over his mouth.
You guys explain to him. I'm trying to listen here.
We're assassinating a goblin necromancer.
Sounds productive.
Aye. They've apparently attacked humans and dwarves and other goblins and an Asimod.
Okay. Is he in the house?
We
Don't know.
believe so.
Dortes is
Okay.
listening in.
Dortes, is he in the house?
Jordan hears nothing but the whispering behind him.
Would you guys shut up? I can only hear you. I assumed you remembered the penalty reduction for distance.
Yep.
Yeah.
I write down the DCs of 2 versions now.
I mean,
Comes back over. Alright. Thanks for being so loud. I couldn't hear a thing in there.
No problem. Oh wait, was that sarcasm? I'm sorry.
it's okay, Sideline. Did you try looking for? Is there like a keyhole in the door?
Was there a keyhole?
Yes.
I can look, but generally you can't see a whole lot through them.
True.
Hang on, let me check something.
Why does this have to be like the one stone building we come across? We could have just set it on fire and be done with it.
I don't
Because
know
there
what's
might
a good
be
idea in the first
inside.
place. Aye. Also,
Wait,
there
do
might
I
be
not
prisoners.
have a mirror? Oh my god,
Sure.
why do I not have a mirror?
Oh,
Fucking Shunda's got a mirror. How does Jortes not have a mirror?
you have a ruby mirror.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to
but-
say.
But that's not something I can really fit under a door or something, because I'm guessing
Shun-
there isn't a
I
big
mean,
hole I can
technically
shove
it
it
doesn't
through.
exist, so
And Shunda has a mirror because we fought vampires.
I know, but you know, he's a thief. Mirrors are a total thief tool.
hold on. Let me see. I might have one.
And
I think
yes,
I had
in
a very
theory,
small one.
and yes, in theory, I might be able to stick the ruby through, but then I couldn't see through the door to see the ruby.
I think I had a small one as part of my disguise kit, but I don't know if you'd be able to use that.
Yeah. Alright.
You can buy small mirrors next to it.
You know, perhaps we should just barge in.
No.
No, not initially. Just maybe stack up around the door in preparation and let me see if I can get it opened quietly.
Wait,
No,
actually,
no.
better
Let's
idea.
just plant an explosive on the wall, and when it goes off, we all jump in and shout. No one expects the Eyrie Inquisition.
That's
How
a terrible
does-
idea.
How does the roof look to the building?
The roof of this building seems, from what you can tell, to be made of many wooden planks.
Do you think maybe we could like see something for up there? If we got up?
Unless we cut a hole in it, no.
I mean, it might be slightly loose. It's in the middle of nowhere. I don't think they would particularly care about maintenance.
Yeah, the smarter goblins usually might, but
Sideline holds up a drill.
That's incredibly
Um,
loud.
Yeah.
We are trying to
drill.
not be. You are trying to not be incredibly loud.
it's a hand drill, Tinder, not a power drill.
Yes,
So loud.
and even with a hand drill, drilling through things,
They're actually not very loud.
they're still louder than nothing.
It's an option.
Yes, it's an option. And
It'll also take a fairly long time.
And if we agree to do it, I'm more than willing to climb up there and drill through the ceiling, but...
Georges, why don't you just pick the lock on the door, check around for traps around the door, pick the lock on it, and just sort of peek through without...
That was my plan, and then people started talking about going up on the roof and drilling planks and stuff.
Alright, well, I'm just going
Alright,
to
then.
move up to about here and just ready to fire my
Yes.
crossbow in this direction if I see a goblin.
Oh, crap.
Sideline's gonna go there and get prone.
I'm gonna move here.
I'm going to stand, like, here, and I'm going to drink my potion of mage armor. Or drink
Chug,
one of
chug,
them.
chug.
1 second.
So
1 second.
a sideline will say, "Are you sure you
Hold
don't
on.
want to be in the front? Can I be in the back? I think you should be in the front.
Sure.
Yay."
Well, I guess I'll drop prone. Because I'm using a crossbow and it doesn't actually matter with this thing.
Or go ahead and give yourself the boot then.
Da boot.
Yay, Das Boot. It's Das Boot.
Mage armor, why are you not adding?
Mage Armor doesn't like you. You're a monk, not a dwarf. Not a, you're a monk and a dwarf, but you're not a spellcaster.
I think the boot icon is
Oh,
just
hell.
off screen for me, so I need to just move over a little bit. Yeah, it was off screen.
I just had a thought. Does anyone have, like, some oil or something?
Yes.
I have glue.
Yeah?
Because so many times I try opening these doors quietly and slowly and just creak.
I got it.
Dark, can I make a engineering check to help fix the door? See if it
I
can
mean, we
creak.
don't know if it's broken, but... I mean, let me check it for traps and stuff first. Make sure there isn't a tripwire on it or something. But yeah, I don't want another repeat of open the door. Everybody knows you're there because creak.
Want to examine the door?
Yes.
Here's
With a 38 perception.
You appear to have found a locked wooden door.
No traps are out on it that I can tell.
You can tell from this side.
Alright. Sideline, can you, like, grease it up as best as, like, the hinges and stuff as best you can
Yes.
from this side?
So I like out his oil can. Squeak,
Mhm.
squeak, squeak, squeak.
Mm-hmm. Alright, and then I'll start working the lock. Would be a 35.
1 moment, please. That is not as I was expecting.
That was a nat 19.
Well done.
Pretty good, yeah.
Once again, my fucking out of combat rolls, because that was an 18 then a 19.
Are you including your penalty there?
No, I'm not. So that'll be a 33.
Okay.
Why do you have a -2 penalty?
Because stuff.
You're cursed, aren't you?
No, I've had this penalty for last session as well, I believe. So it's not because of the whole disembodied voice
Your
thing.
test. You
Was
successfully pick the door,
Oh, thank
and at
God.
the same time, break an arcane lock.
Wow.
You just picked through an arcane lock.
Wow. So, that was far tougher than this lock has any right to be.
And basically, Jortes will see a sun flash before his eyes, which he's not entirely sure how he even sees it. But essentially, as he sees magic basically surrounding the door, trying to hold it shut, suddenly shatter as he's lockpicking.
Ah, my eyes. Wow. He just takes a moment, blinking rapidly and rubbing his eyes.
Sada, there's magic around here. I think we might need your eyes real quick.
I know, but the issue is if I cast it's very loud.
Yes.
That's true. Crap. I forgot.
It's true, because Sarah will have to speak in a confident voice.
And yeah, I could have just like casted to get a sphere in the first place, but I don't want to be like, hey, hi ho fum.
Oh dear.
Alright, well, let me just slowly open the door and see if I can do it without being spotted this time.
That's not an accurate representation, by the way.
Alright, and Jortis will slowly, gradually open the door, trying to keep himself, like, hidden by it, trying to not make a sound. And yes, stealth check. Wait, take a 20 off that, that's still got my invisibility bonus. So that's a 20.
Okay.
You need more.
Please.
Meow.
Meow. Blobcat.
No, Blob.
Ah, being blobbed.
Not the blob. Right. Alright. I'll open it a bit more and step into the doorway, I guess.
Okay, stop.
Right.
Which you always love it when the DM suddenly says, how about you stop?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sneaky, sneaky still.
I need to check something.
Okay, the code word for going loud is oh god damn it!
Really, I thought it was boysenberry.
That seems
that's
a bit
a
long for a
boysenberry.
go word, don't you think?
That's the whole blow it all to hell.
Why is
Ah.
boysenberry spelt like that?
Well, Jortes,
Hmm.
as you step there,
Also remember
Bingo.
I've trap spotter, so I get a perception against traps.
wow. Jortes, please make a perception check.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, thank God. 40, nat 20.
Oh dear.
If there was any time I needed it, it was there.
Jortes, you may immediately stop moving as I'm going to reveal something for you.
Uh-oh.
As you spot a few different things. Firstly, there's a blast clip on the floor right there.
Oh, lovely.
Like, it's just about to step on it, then stop, completely freezes, slowly comes back.
In addition, you also spot looking around the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seemingly small gemstones floating above the table, almost in such a way that they're almost rotating in such a way you almost imagine like looking around. Possibly in their own sense traps as well.
Hmm.
Oh dear.
Where were they, Jortas?
Sort of points over into the corner.
I could, sadly makes air quotes, disable them.
You don't disable things quietly.
I don't. That's why I'm saying.
Am I?
I'm guessing these things are going to be like motion sensors, basically.
You guess, probably?
So there's no real
Wait,
way
wait,
for
wait.
me to... Hmm?
Hold up. I have a smoke stick. If it can't see us, it can't go off, right?
It can go off of the smoke.
It might go off on the smoke stick as well.
That would be pretty good, to be fair.
Not if I place it on like that corner or something.
Could I tell if they are only watching a specific direction?
They seem to be rotating.
Do I think I could get up to them and disable them, like, when they're rotated away from me?
You are unable to disable magical traps.
Shit. That is true.
Yeah, there's also the blast cliff in front of you.
Yeah, well, yeah, I can jump that, maybe.
That's your issue. You don't know how to disable magical traps. So you can try just grabbing the crystal, but you don't know how to turn them off.
You can try and get through the window.
Yeah, same issue, though. That, the whole rotate around thing.
Isn't there a window over there?
Like, you think it's theoretical.
Yes, there is.
You think it's theoretical to approach them, but you don't know if you could, get away with it.
Yeah. And the problem with the windows was they were all closed and locked from the inside.
I could just eat through it with acid or something.
I don't know if we have the time, though. Well, I guess we do have the time.
Yeah.
Don't know who would notice, though. We don't have any idea what's in there.
I mean, we could always
Well,
purposely...
except for a low hissing sound, acid's pretty quiet.
I mean, we could always, purposely trigger one of these traps and shoot the bejesus out of whoever comes to check it, if we really want to go loud.
I don't know, as a goblin necromancer, it's probably smarter than that to just run out immediately.
Oh yes, I'm sure it is.
It'll probably just start enchanting itself.
If we go loud, we need to go fast.
I mean,
There is, of course, always a time-old strategy that you alert the enemy to your presence, get them to start buffing, and you leave and come back with their buffer out.
That is true, actually.
yeah.
Yeah, we just set off all the alarms, wait 10 minutes, and then go in.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean,
actually,
we could flush them out. The
That-
roof
that is
was
a-
made of wood.
that is a time-old strategy the enemy did to us in our evil campaign.
you know what? I think we should actually do that, and then we can get ready and bust in loudly,
I
like
mean,
through that window
or-
back there.
Or if we, alert him, he buffs up, we leave, wait for them to run out, he could just leave while we're gone and waiting.
Well, we don't
Well-
have to leave. We can wait out here.
He doesn't know we're here, actually. We could set up a trap out the front of the door. I have some alchemical glue.
I have
That's
some
true.
alchemist fire. We could just, prop some
Also-
alchemist fire up on the door or something. Like,
This-
the old bucket of water trick.
Yeah, I can try and coat the floor with alchemical glue and hope he stands on it. However, I think alchemical glue is a bit odd when it comes to sticking things.
Hold on, can we rig something to drop on that blast glyph?
Tongue part and blah blah blah.
Technically,
We could
yes.
actually, if
Yeah,
if
I
we
mean-
leave the door slightly open, and the door
Yeah,
opens to the inside, right?
Yes, open the in.
If we
Yeah.
leave something on the door up there, like to where it couldn't see, if he goes to close the door, he'll walk over the blast glyph because, I mean, it's his glyph. He would say the password and everything on it, so as to avoid it. Whenever he shuts the door, the thing would fall and trigger the blast glyph.
It depends on what type of glyph it is.
I guess so.
Because it could just be keyed to not target a specific thing.
True.
You might be set to target creatures but not objects, for example.
Well, we have plenty of stuff with which
So
we
what
can make
we
a trap
need-
if we were trying to flush them out.
So what you're saying we need is a mute chicken.
Maybe. Or a squirrel, perhaps.
Do you just so happen to have these on hand and can balance them on top of our door without them leaving?
I could I could theoretically make up like the core of a construct. That would count as a creature.
Then how
No,
long would
it's
that
just a short
take?
amount of time.
I don't know. If I was just a bot, sort of making a duplicate of Buzzy Dark, how quickly could I make that?
Outside enemy territory, the longer you spend it, the more likely they're going to not notice that you're even here.
Yeah, we are kind of in the middle of a camp at the moment.
How about we just set a quick trap? Get them, do the plan of get them to come, but we set a quick trap just in case we need to run away very quickly. Worst case, it will hurt them a bit. They'll waste more resources healing, and we can
Hold
come
on,
back when
that's
later.
a tree over there, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, are you
so-
thinking of knocking the tree onto the house?
No, I'm
Okay.
planning on grabbing a squirrel.
Don't think there's a squirrel in the tree.
Also, squirrels are loud. I don't know if you've noticed this. I've had the squirrel scream at me. It's horrifying.
It's fine. All I need is some twine and a bit of cloth, and for Thorok to help me tie it up, and then we can
Also-
just drop it onto the blast glyph. It'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure that would also cause a lot of attention. Why don't we just try chucking something at the blast skip for now if we really need to set it off, and if it doesn't, then we know it's not set off by objects.
If I take a moment to examine the blast glyph, could I determine like possible triggers, damage types, if
Could you make
whatever?
me an Arcana check?
I could make you an Arcana check. 15.
Jortes,
Hmm?
you feel this odd feeling run through you. Run
Oh
up.
dear.
Sorry, what arm do you wear the ring on?
I'm gonna say right.
You feel this odd feeling just almost run up from your right hand up your arm in a sense. It's hard to say exactly, but you almost feel this power rush through you for a moment. You kind of look at it. Somehow you know what this glyph does. You just do. This glyph is tied to release a bolt of lightning upon the first non-goblinoid to touch it.
Yeah, as you guys have been discussing, Jortes has just sort of been staring at it.
Jortes has this odd feeling.
Hmm.
Jortes thinks, with only a few alchemical items, he could reverse the glyph to target goblinoids.
Yeah, as you guys have been discussing, he's been standing there staring at the glyph.
At the same time, you're having this feeling of power rushing through his right arm.
Yeah, and then he just suddenly shivers, like he's cold, but he isn't. I mean, he is, but he isn't. And he just mutters, "I know what this does. I can reverse this."
Wait,
It's
you
sort
can?
of he sort of blinks a few times, looks around, looks at Torrent, and says, like, "Do you have blah blah blah," and like lists off the alchemical stuff he needs.
I can inform you what the items in question need to reverse it would be.
Jortes, you have no right knowing that.
Shh. Do you have a thunderstone, a smoke stick?
I have a thunderstone.
I'm
I
pretty sure
have,
I can cover them on you.
I have both on me. Give me 1 minute to prepare a second extract of full pouch.
Please note the silver pieces and copper pieces do not have to actually be in coins, but they could be in other forms of the metals.
Well,
Yeah,
I can-
I've got the coins.
It just has,
Okay.
it has to be in metal.
Actually, yeah. Sarah,
Tornin,
if I could just get your thunderstone, then
Feel free.
I also have one
yeah,
as well.
because I'll just duplicate mine later, because I might
George
want
has-
my second
George has
level
also
extract or
need-
something.
Jordan will also need some source of heat, but I don't think that's an issue for the party.
I have a timber
I'll
twig.
get a feather. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just as he's gathering the items, he'll be saying, "Look, it does a bolt of. I don't know how I know. I just know it does a bolt of lightning when it triggers. It triggers on like everything but goblinoids. I can reverse this to do like the opposite."
Leave you alone, but will strike the first goblinoid to touch it.
Yes.
Yes, George has
I don't
essentially-
know how you know that, but I'm just.
I
gonna
don't know
say
how I know that, but I just know it. You know, when you get that. Well, you might not know. But
No,
the rest
I
of you,
don't
when
know.
you get that gut feeling that you know this.
Yeah, Jortes feels with all these ingredients, he could melt if he melted them quickly down in a say a small pot, or say an alchemical table. which you
Yeah,
haven't done.
I've got my portable lab if
Let me
nothing
pull
else,
out my
so
portable alchemist lab.
I pull my own out.
You could use the viscous liquid you create from it to basically draw your own rune to counter this one.
Huh.
Yeah, but without even discussing it, as soon as he gets the items, he's already starting to mix them. And then starting to draw the rune, unless someone stops him.
Like Jordan doesn't entirely know how he knows it. It's not like he'll even whisper anything. He has his instinct of what to do.
Yeah, Torrin's been around Jortes enough to know his style of alchemy. It's not even going like that. Like, normally his alchemy is very chaotic, very, oh, let's just throw this in, throw that in, see what happens. It's not. This is, like, almost like trained.
And they can't do anything here.
Yes, sure. But it will take you a few minutes. But the group's most able to hide by hiding in the giant tree where the squirrel was.
Hi, Chippy. I feed him a bit of toast.
Oh dear.
And Jortes would be able to attempt a easy disable device check to draw this rune and reverse the glyph.
Let's see. I have a plus 16 disable device. Do I even need to roll?
No.
Yay.
Well, it'd be plus 14 with my penalty.
Still, you hit DC 15 on a nat 1.
Yeah, on that one, you hit the DC.
Yeah.
Jortes draw a counter rune, and to anyone who could recognize magic, basically everyone in the party right now,
Yeah.
Yeah, literally everyone.
you'd see the rune kind of you see the other rune there glaze over slightly and then shift very subtly.
Alright, that deals with the rune right there, but what about the floating stones?
I don't know. I'll sort of start looking at them. Could I try an arcana to try and work out something to either hide us from them or stick a mirror in front of them or something? I don't know.
Certainly, anyone who gets a line of sight of them can certainly try such a check.
Nope, I have no ideas on that one.
No idea. Also, the feeling. By the way, that feeling in your arm, by the way, is gone now.
Yeah.
Shall we have a try, Sideline?
Yes, I'll do first.
Okay. Then we'll
Careful
swallow.
now.
Alan, I think we should intentionally sort of like knock on the door or something, try and get him to come out.
No, not yet. I would rather us have that as sort of a backup in case goblins come in, or
We
we manage to
just
learn.
said an anti-goblin trap there.
Oh,
I know, exactly.
Oh, which, by the way, you see goblins approaching this location right now.
Oh dear crap.
Okay, we should hurry.
Smeg.
You could, of course, hide and just let them go inside.
But we kind of wanted to stick up the necromancer. So, shall we just do it and then hide up behind the tree? Or around the side of the building?
Up to you guys. I've done my bit.
Let's...
Now, I am all for, like, trying to lure the necromancer into the rune. So that could work quite well. And if he doesn't come out, then we can always, like, charge in after him and use the rune on the goblins that are approaching here.
You know, if we hide and let the goblins go in and trigger the rune, the necromancer might buff up, come up here, and find that it's just that literally some of his own guys accidentally triggered the rune somehow, and curse their incompetence, and then his buffs will go off.
Sure, do that.
Okay, so shall we
So-
hide?
Yeah, I think we should, like,
Around the side of the building.
Also, remember
around the
how
side of
bad
the-
you guys are at hiding.
Well, there is a convenient bit of cover here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A hatch here.
I think Sideline and Sideline
Torin.
and Sarah should get, like,
Torin.
If you open up said hatch, it seems to reveal a very small wine cellar that's completely dusty.
right, yes, in we go. Josh says you stay up and watch the...
I'll sort of stay at the top of effectively the wine cellar's ladder. Just pull the hatch mostly closed. Just
Hold on,
enough
try
for
to
me
see.
to see out.
And try to see if I have anything I can really hide with.
Well, get in the wine cellar.
Oh, I thought it could only fit 2 people.
No, it can fit everyone.
Okay, and squidging.
Yeah.
Ah,
As I said, I'll keep just keep the hatch open like half an inch, just enough for me to see out.
A little bit passes before suddenly from upstairs you hear a boom.
The goblin just got nuked.
And then as soon as that goes off, by the way, you suddenly hear what Simon and Sarah would certainly hear the distinctive sound of. That was a fireball. That was a lightning bolt.
Oh, that's great.
And you think that was 2 other spells, but you can't tell what they were. Just went off.
Oh, wait, I didn't get
No, I get the
There goes
feeling there may
traps.
have been more traps linked to that trap.
I think so.
We made a good choice.
I
It's a
we
magic
did.
missile.
I don't think a magic missile does that much damage.
No, one
Oh,
of
that
them
one
was.
was, yeah. Okay. Just a bunch of magic missiles pelting, pelting the last
It's like,
one.
boom, 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 boom. That was magic missile.
Ooh, that would have been like a scorching ray or something.
Okay. But after all of that, you then hear the distance. You hear the sound, or you hear the sound of a goblinoid cursing.
Does anyone understand Goblinoid?
Goblin.
And I
Why
would
would
say
I bother
hello.
learning such a guttural language?
No, I don't know goblin.
I've never met a goblin before.
I've met a few, but I've never talked to them.
Does it sound like it might be, say, the necromancer cursing incompetence, or normal goblins cursing the necromancer?
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I
Linguistics for
imagine it
tone.
would
Or
be.
can I make a sense motive check for tone?
I mean, the tone
It's-
the tone is pissed off, which could fit either.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's pissed off. It's not like
Alright. Well, with the hatch door opener crack, can I see any of the goblins?
Nope, not from there.
Okay,
Alright.
so
Good,
on,
because you'll
on
see if
three we pour out, charge, and shout. No one expects the Eyrie Inquisition.
We really don't need to
No.
shout that.
wait for the buffs to go off. I'm sure they buffed up.
Dude, gas hasn't been in money entire time.
Wait for
I
his
mean,
personally
How about you
protection
close the
spell.
hatch? Suppose of us who can cast a detection magic do that, then we go out and try and see if we can have a peek. Worst case, if he's buffed, then he's gonna shine like a big light.
Don't think that's a smart idea. If other goblins from around heard that, it might draw them.
I mean, I think that's going to have drawn them anyway.
Besides, Dortes is keeping an eye out, so
I see goblins, guys.
How many?
Uh, 7?
Well, none of you. Well, you guys.
Yeah.
yeah.
They just vanished.
Wow!
I may
was
be seeing
impressed.
things again.
Oh,
Just pure reveal me.
I think that's for us to see. I think literally an entire goblin patrol just got nuked out of existence. Yep.
Alright.
Yes. Like, how long do you want to wait? 1 minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour.
I'm going to say that I would like to go now and just
Go now.
sneak up again, see if the necromancers actually come out.
Yeah, let Jortes like sort of scout real quick, and if he thinks the necromancer is there, then he probably
Sideline
has
hold-
it buffed up.
Sideline grabs a string from Sarah and holds it out to Jortes. Tug if Necromancer is there and we should charge.
Well,
In
I
that
mean, I
that
can't
case,
tell if
here-
he's buffed, but sure, I can tell you if he's there.
In that case, I'm going to move up towards the front, if you don't mind, sideline.
That's fine.
Safety dwarf.
So I'm the first one out.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan want to move?
Yep. I'll sneak up to sort of the corner of the building again and peer around to look in.
He's being very sarcastic when he says that. Tommy is not.
The door
Right.
is closed, the door's wide open, technically.
Yeah.
As Jordan looks in, there's a hole in the floor.
Okay.
Interesting.
Are the stones still there?
That's what I was wondering.
You can't see from there.
That's where he was before, though.
No, I was in the doorway before.
Oh.
I can't see the necromancer or anything. No living goblins
Nope. You don't see
or
the
undead.
Nope, all the under. You just see a large pit.
I'll move into the doorway then.
That's
Sneaky,
it. The
sneaky.
pit 40 feet deep.
Hmm.
Listen, you tried.
With basically a huge pile up of goblins at the bottom, all dead, impaled on their own weapons.
Oof.
Even if the spells didn't kill the thing, the fall damage did. Lovely.
Yep.
Guess what? Creep pit.
That's where the 46s came from at the end.
You know, once again, I am so glad I got Trap Spotter.
Alright. Now you can check whether the stones are still there.
The crystals all seem to have shattered.
Yep, so they were probably holding the spells, and boom.
Alright.
It released all of them at once.
Yeah.
Oh, mine went up.
Essentially,
Fired all of his guns at
essentially,
once.
from what
I don't
Jortes
think anything
could tell
exploded
happened,
in
essentially,
space.
one goblin walked in, got eviscerated. Another goblin kind of froze at seeing that, kind of skidding to a stop, and then the goblin behind bumped into him and pushed him forward, and then got struck by lightning.
Oh god.
And then essentially keep
They
repeating that.
bumbled forward.
Essentially keep repeating that with each goblin behind bumping the next one in.
And the last guy just trips.
Yep. Well, basically the last few all kind of pile up in here, and then suddenly the last one goes off seeing enough enemies in the room. Great dead.
But I still can't.
The room is scorched, by the way, and on fire.
He tried.
But I still can't see any living or undead ones.
Nope.
Right.
Have any of the doors opened?
Nope.
I'll sort of go back to the corner, and if Thorok is looking out the hatch, I'll sort of motion to be quiet, but to come up.
Right. I'll motion to everyone and say he wants us to join him. Slowly.
Mm-hmm.
And, yep, make our way up. Yep.
So glad this character isn't petrified of fire.
Poor Shunda.
Yeah.
Also, I'm glad we're not actually waiting an hour because I don't want my mage armor to run out. I'd
Well,
last
sort
for
of-
an hour, so.
A sort of gesture at the carnage in the room.
It's easy to see if you let them go forward and see the pit.
Yeah.
Here, let's.
Yeah,
let's
I'll
work our
sort
way
I'll
around.
swap places with people as needed.
When will that pit disappear?
Usually
Sarah?
it's minutes for this type of thing, so... Well, that seemed like a pretty strong glyph, so maybe like a few more minutes?
Do we want to
The,
just
the
wait
fire
without?
will probably become a problem if we wait that long.
Yeah.
We should probably jump in and start extinguishing that.
We should be able to get around the pit, shouldn't we?
You can try to balance your way around the pit on a narrow surface.
Balance it or jump across, or there's various ways to get across a pit.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah. How
climb.
difficult would it be to balance?
Let me have a look what the game would say if you balance it. You're going to be ledge walking, which is always a fun subset of acrobatics.
Uh-huh.
I plan on jumping it.
It's gonna be a lot louder though.
Will be louder. True.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean,
you
if you've
know,
got the
everything
acrobatics to
just
jump.
blew up and caught fire, so...
Okay,
That
Sideline
is
will walk up to the wine cellar and start slowly disassembling the door.
Is the door big enough to fit across the gap?
No,
No.
it is not. Sideline's just planning on standing on one end
DC
of it so
15
you can walk across.
DC 15 acrobatics to go around the edge of, DC 10 acrobatics to jump if you've got range start.
Okay.
15. I would only fail that on a nat 1.
I could make it.
If I chose to take my elixir tumbling, I could make it easily, but I don't think I want to.
Alright, well, let me see if I can get round first. Sort of hands Thorok the end of a rope so in case I fall. Because I do not trust myself to not roll a nat 1 when I've been rolling quite well.
Gotcha.
And I'll make my way around the edge of the pit. Oh, thank God.
That was craft alchemy.
Yes, it was. Where the hell's my acrobatics then? Oh, it's the same roll, still plus 13. So
Okay.
I still hit 15.
You shimmy around the edge,
Fuck, I rolled a 2 on that.
almost falling in.
I told you I didn't trust my luck.
You almost fall in, but keep your balance on the thin ledge.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna start
Actually,
checking.
wait a second.
Hmm?
One sec. I have to double check something quick.
It would be part of a move action. I wouldn't take my penalty, I think.
Look. You create a 10 foot. 1 second. You create a pit on a horizontal surface sufficient to has no weight. You create a pit on the deck of ship. Any creature in the area must make a reflex save avoiding falling into the pit. The edge of the pit is sloped.
Shit, that increases DC.
It would actually make it harder, yes. That would actually increase the DC by 2.
I
Pretty
was-
sure
I
I
was
don't have
next
any.
to him. Could I have aided him then?
You weren't next to him here.
Oh no, I wasn't. But
But you do have the rope that I'm holding on to.
I do.
That doesn't stop him from sliding into the pit.
No, but it might stop me from hitting the bottom of the pit.
No, it just means you swing into the side of the wall.
That is preferable to impaling myself on many goblin weapons as I hit the bottom of a pit.
That is true, but you still slam into a wall and face plant.
Right.
You don't create much noise doing so, admittedly, but you will.
Grumbles as he pulls himself back up. Come on, give me a break. I'm tired here. I've done a lot already. I broke my brain disarming a magical
Please don't
cliff.
You end your turn next to the pit and make a reflex save to avoid falling into the pit.
Oh my god, why?
Use twist away.
Just move out.
17.
Enough.
Yay. Let's try this again.
Oh dear. There
Fuck
you go.
you. Fuck you, Pit. Just right,
Don't
I know,
stop
I
there.
know, just right, I know where the footholds are this time. Doop a doop a doop a doop doop, straight across.
Yeah.
You know why it's so hard? All that goblin blood.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna
Right.
make my way
You
across
guys
then.
sort yourself across. I'm gonna start checking doors. If I listen around these two doors, can I tell if either of them have like goblin curses coming from behind them?
Oh, that would be a
Hey,
shame.
Thorok.
I have an idea, Torin. I'm going to. Dark, is there any place that I can sort of? Is there any place that they can tie this rope to where they can use it as sort of a counterbalance while they're going across?
I wouldn't reasonably say so because it would just set on fire.
Well, no, I mean on their
I was
side.
gonna throw you a rope, and then you hold onto the rope and I hold onto the rope while I jump, just in case.
Unless you want to tie it to the door and risk that.
Yeah, just hold on to the rope that Tolan's holding and he can jump the gap.
All right, yeah, I'll
You know, it's only DC 10 jump with a run.
I'll be ready to catch Torin then.
Yeah, that was a 34 perception to listen.
16. I make it beautifully.
And you apply it into the dwarf's arms.
Ah, I knew you two loved each other.
me.
Get down.
Comfortable up here, though.
Do you want to go next sideline or shall I?
Oh god! It's DC
made
10.
it.
We're good.
Yep,
If
he
it
makes
goes
it.
jumping, it's 10, yes.
Oh, by the way,
I've
does this
gotcha.
place have a basement?
Crunch. Wee crunch thump.
Sideline.
Yes.
I need you to roll me a gravity strength check.
Yay, what am I rolling? Just a d20?